Something inside the Social Security system has quietly remained unchanged in one critical way, and millions of Americans receiving SSI are feeling the impact every single month. The maximum federal SSI payment now sits at $994 for individuals. But here's what most people don't realize. The vast majority of recipients never actually receive that full amount. There was no national announcement explaining why, no clear breakdown mailed to beneficiaries. And if you're receiving SSI, SSDI, or even retirement benefits, this gap between what's promised and what's paid may already be affecting your monthly income. Stay with me, because once you understand how this system works, you'll see exactly where your money is going and why most people never catch it in time. I'm Daniel Reeves, a senior benefits correspondent and retirement finance analyst with over a decade covering Social Security, IRS, and Medicare policy. Everything in this report comes directly from official sources including Social Security Administration publications, SSA.gov, and federal payment guidelines. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through exactly why SSI pays less than the maximum, who is affected, and what it means for your monthly check. And stay with me until the end, because there's one overlooked factor tied to the IRS that could reduce your effective income even further, and most coverage never mentions it. Before we go further, one quick note. SSI rules change quietly, and the SSA does not notify every recipient individually. And frankly, YouTube doesn't always show you updates when you need them most. If you want to stay ahead of these changes before they hit your payments, make sure you're subscribed. Now let's break down what's really happening. The Supplemental Security Income Program, commonly known as SSI, is designed as a safety net. According to SSA.gov, it provides monthly payments to individuals who are aged, blind, or disabled and have limited income and resources. The maximum federal benefit rate for 2026 is set at $994 per month for individuals and $1,491 for couples. But that number is not what most people receive, and that's not a mistake. It's by design. This system dates back to 1972 when SSI was established under federal law. From the beginning, it was structured to reduce payments based on other income sources. In simple terms, SSI is not meant to fully replace income. It's meant to supplement it, and that's where the confusion begins. Because while the maximum payment is clearly published, the reduction rules are not explained in a way most people can easily understand. According to the Social Security Administration, nearly 70% of SSI recipients receive less than the maximum benefit. Why? Because of income offsets, living arrangements, and specific exclusions built into the formula. Section 5, Main Breakdown. The first thing you need to understand is how SI treats income. According to SI.gov, SI payments are reduced by what the agency calls countable income. That includes wages, pensions, and even help you receive from family or friends. But here's the key detail. Not all income is counted the same way. The SI excludes the first $20 of most income and the first $65 of earned income. After that, every additional dollar you earn reduces your SI payment by roughly 50 cents. So if you're working part-time and earning $500 a month, your SI payment will not stay at $994. It will drop sometimes significantly. And this is where many people miscalculate. They assume earning a little extra income will simply add to their total monthly money. But in reality, it often replaces part of the SI benefit instead of increasing it. But that's only part of the picture. The second element is what's known as in-kind support and maintenance. This is one of the least understood rules in the entire SSI system. According to the Social Security Administration, if someone helps you with food or housing, whether it's a family member paying rent or you living in someone else's home at a reduced cost, the SSA may reduce your benefit. And the reduction is not small. It can lower your SSI payment by up to 1/3 of the maximum benefit. That's over $300 per month. Let that sink in for a moment. You could be receiving help just to get by, and that help could actually reduce the amount you receive from SSI. This is why two people with identical medical conditions and similar financial situations can receive very different payments, because the system doesn't just look at what you earn. It looks at how you live. But the third element is where things become even more specific, and this is where many seniors realize they've been affected without knowing it. It's called the resource limit. According to SSA rules, an individual cannot have more than $2,000 in countable resources. For couples, it's $3,000. This includes cash, bank accounts, and certain assets. Now here's the problem. These limits have not been significantly updated in decades. So even a modest savings account, something as simple as keeping a financial cushion for emergencies, can push you over the threshold. And when that happens, your SSI payment can be reduced or stopped entirely. If you're someone who has tried to be financially responsible, this rule can feel almost punishing. And here's the identity moment you need to think about. If you have even a small amount of savings above $2,000, or if a family member occasionally helps with your living expenses, or if you've worked part-time at any point while receiving SSI, you are likely not receiving the full $994 benefit. And most people never realize it until after the adjustment has already been made. People who work with financial planners already know this. Their advisors flagged these rules the moment they applied. But most seniors on fixed incomes never hear about it until the payment arrives, and it's lower than expected. And even then, the explanation is rarely clear. But there's one more piece to this that almost no one talks about, and this is where the real impact shows up. Now here is the element I mentioned earlier, the one that connects to a completely different agency. This part involves the Internal Revenue Service, and it affects your real usable income. Because while SSI itself is generally not taxable, other income sources that reduce your SSI, like pensions or withdrawals, can trigger tax obligations. According to IRS guidelines, certain types of income that interact with SSI calculations may still be subject to federal taxation. And here's how this plays out. If you withdraw money from a retirement account or receive additional income to support yourself, that income can reduce your SSI payment and still be taxed separately by the IRS. So you're effectively losing money in two directions. First, your SSI payment goes down, then your taxable income goes up. And in some cases, that combination can reduce your total monthly spending power by several $100s more than expected. This is the part most people never see coming. Because it doesn't show up as a single deduction, it happens across two different systems. And unless you're actively tracking both, it feels like your money is simply disappearing. Consider someone like Harold, a 71-year-old retired warehouse supervisor in Arizona. He receives SSI and occasionally withdraws small amounts from a retirement account to cover unexpected expenses. Last year, he withdrew $3,000 over several months. What he didn't realize is that those withdrawals reduced his SSI payments and also counted toward his taxable income. By the end of the year, he had effectively lost over $1,200 in combined benefits and taxes. Not because he did anything wrong, but because the system treated those funds in two different ways. And Harold is not unusual. This happens more often than most people think. So what can you do right now to protect your income? Step 1. Log into your account at Social Security Administration through ssa.gov and review your SSI payment details. Look specifically at how your income and living arrangements are being calculated. Step 2. Verify, not assume, your resource levels. Check your bank balances and assets to make sure you are within the $2,000 limit. If you're close, even small changes can affect your eligibility. Step 3. Share this information with a family member or caregiver. Because many SSI reductions happen when someone tries to help financially without realizing the consequences. These are steps you can take this week. Not next month. Not next year. Before we close, one critical reminder. The Social Security Administration will never call you demanding payment. They will never ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or threaten to suspend your benefits by text message. They will never request your Social Security number by email or send someone to your home demanding money. If you receive communication like this, hang up or delete it immediately. Then verify directly at ssa.gov or call 1-800-772-1213. What we covered today is not speculation. It is documented, confirmed, and already affecting millions of SSI recipients. Most Americans receiving these benefits have no idea these rules apply to them or how much they are actually losing each month. But now you do. And more changes are expected as federal benefit programs continue to evolve through 2026. Subscribe and stay connected so you receive those updates before they impact your income, not after. I'm Daniel Reeves. Protecting your retirement income is why this channel exists. Take care of yourself.